Hello and welcome to SiGMA's Startup Pitch, where over 100 startups will be selected to showcase their products and initiatives throughout the Malta Week this coming November. And I'm so thrilled to be joined today by CEO of Augnet, Daniel Gill. Welcome. Thanks for joining me in the show.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And so to kickstart this process, you are to answer 5 set of questions in a span of 3 minutes. So once again, welcome and congratulations for being a part of this. Now tell us, what is Augnet?
So yeah, Augnet was born out of my experience from a previous company. I was lucky enough to join Skype when Skype was a very small company. I was there for over 10 years, and I ended up managing a $250 million budget, which encapsulated all of the voice and SMS services. And the big issue with SMS is that when you send a message, it's impossible to verify if that message has been delivered or not. And because of that, what we have today is an ecosystem of SMS suppliers that are largely unaccountable for the services that they provide. And in the gaming industry, especially, where most companies use SMS for two-factor authentication and authenticating users, marketing, there's just no way for them, for these gaming companies, to understand really what they're buying. Augnet has some proprietary technology that allows us to understand the quality of our suppliers before we send any of your messages there. So we're the world's first SMS company that can provide governance and service level agreements on the routes that we're providing to our customers.
And what difference can this make to the gaming industry?
So the vast majority of the gaming industry who faces their customers, they use SMS for one reason or another. And there are so many SMS suppliers out there where the traffic is being connected, SMS traffic is being connected via routes that lack compliance in data privacy, data protection. There's a huge amount of leakage of user data that's readily available on the market. On the black market, you can buy sort of profiles of particular users or particular countries. You can target particular companies. So generally, the accreditation or the governance of the supply chain in this world across the gaming industry is at a real low point. It's very, very hard to understand how your supply chain is performing. So Augnet are the first company to the market that can make guarantees, assurances, and provide essentially a governance model for protecting your customers and ensuring that when you're sending SMS, it is being delivered in a properly governed and safe manner.
Okay, great. And what makes Augnet different to everyone else in the market?
But I mean, SMS, I think the general perception from the rest of the world about the SMS industry is it's somewhat a commodity. It's very, very hard for any SMS company to differentiate because historically, everyone has been dealing with the same types of suppliers. The costs are quite high and largely the same. What Augnet are bringing to the table is it's in our underlying technology. It's about how we have our wholesale connections to the providers out there. And essentially, we've crowdsourced a very high, very sort of big volume of devices where we collect a large sample size of data that allows us to understand how each of our providers are performing at any time of the day. And some of the larger providers out there, they're making thousands of routing adjustments every month. Whenever they make any one of those adjustments, we can see exactly how that's impacting the supply chain, impacting the quality. So what Augnet are doing, what we are the first to do in the world, is being able to measure the industry at any point in time and minute by minute optimize the supply chain so that our customers get the best quality available.
And looking ahead, where would you like Augnet to be in 2 years' time?
So yeah, Augnet, although a relatively young company, we've only launched our service about 4 months ago. We've got some pretty large customers, both from within the gaming industry and outside, companies like Microsoft, Bolt as an example. And we're just gearing up to do our Series A in Q2 next year. We expect to close our Series A round. And within 2 years from now, we would expect to have global scale, we are building the company to sort of specialize in particular sectors. Gaming industry is very high up on our agenda just because of the use case of the SMS industry, and people in the industry use SMS prolifically, and yet there's a very low sophistication of the ability to track SMS suppliers. So over the next 2 years, it's really just about enjoying ourselves, scaling up our operations, just getting good traction in this sector.
Well, we're all rooting for your success. Now, tell us something about yourself that not many people know, Daniel.
I'm quite passionate about motorsport. I've spent about 7 years designing and building my own race car. We compete in the UK in a championship called the 750 Formula. So it's a particular championship that is focusing for designers and builders of their own cars. People there are there with as much passion about building the cars as they are racing them. So it's great for the sort of more of the nerdier motorsports enthusiasts out there.
That is so cool. That is such an eccentric side of yours, Daniel. Thank you so much for meeting me today. I wish you all the best of luck to you and to your team. We look forward to seeing you on November. Until then, stay safe.
I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Now, there will only be one lucky startup candidate that will benefit from an investment ranging from 25,000 to 500,000 euros. Do you have what it takes to bring that check home? It's not too late to register. Apply now at sigma.world and we'll see you there.